Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a wash and go on my dry tangled 4C hair, and I'm going to show you guys or tell you guys all the tips I use to be able to get a wash and go. I'm going to be using the Do Crazy Sexy Curl. Ooh, this thing sprays like anything.
Used to call it stable, now I call it stuck. Letting go, yeah, that's tough, but maybe it's all for the better and it's meant to be. It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna.
And I'm going to go in with this. It's 4C, so the shrinkage is going to be massive. So what I like to do is when I do this, I put my hair in very loose twist, just so that when it dries off, it has some stretch. But to tell you the truth, I'm not going to go in very little portions like that because I do not have time. We're gonna work like this. So I used this mousse the other day to do a finger curl on my friend's hair, and I love that. She's 4B and she's 4B 4C. I love the results on her hair, but I felt like it was a bit sticky when it dried, and I guess that's because of the honey, but it wasn't bad feeling. So good. Let me go in with more. I'm not raking through like this because my hair isn't properly detangled, so if I'm doing that, I'm just going to be ripping off my hair. So I'm going in with the like this. I'm going in with my what they call it, praying hands. I don't know, but you see my hands are like this, and I'm working the product through my hands like this. And you usually want to start from, you know, like the ends, and then you work your way all the way through. The front part of my hair, this part here, the hair here and here, worst part. Okay, you guys are gonna see what the curls are gonna look like. It's so hard. I think a lot of people have this problem. There's just one part of their hair, especially at the front, that just won't curl. I don't know why. And another thing I do is, as I'm working my hair, I'm using my index finger to just, instead of using all my fingers to rake through, I'm just using the index finger in areas where I'm going to have tangles. This is what I use to dry my hair. I connect it to my hand dryer in. My hair isn't dry. It isn't very dry, but this is how I like to take it down. So applying a bit of oil in my hands just to prevent freeze, of which, I mean, this is 4C. So you guys see I have a bit of stretch, but one thing about 4C hair, and I'm not going to unravel these as though it were a twist out. I'll just try to separate the curls, you see, just like this. But one thing I was trying to say, one thing about 4C hair, no matter what you do, as long as your hair is healthy, you're going to get the shrinkage. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just trying to separate the curls in clumps like this. Okay, and we'll do that for the entire head. I'm not going to separate these ones a lot because the front part of my head doesn't curl much. So this right here is the final final result. And like I said, you're still going to get shrinkage. If you have 4C hair, there is no escaping this. But I figured out my hair is better off, or it's easier for me to do a wash and go. Will I say wash and go? Do we have to call it now wash and go because I didn't wash my hair? But yeah, to achieve curls like this in the form of a wash and go, it's preferable for me. I prefer to do it on dry hair, or maybe hair that was pressed out. Another thing is, if you're doing this on hair which you have started before, if you probably use the butter on your hair or some heavy kind of product, I don't think you have very good results. Or maybe you had a lot of oil in your hair, I don't think the results will really be good. It might look like build up. Fair share of shrinkage. Wow. The light is, I just want to be sure you guys can actually see the definition I got in my hair.
It's gonna hurt at first, but then eventually it's gonna seem like it was always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be. Oh, always meant to be. Oh, yeah, always meant to be. It was always meant to be. Oh.